Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree. I am a transgender woman, and I talk about all things horror. And today I'm reviewing the late 80s horror comedy, or comedy horror, depending on your perspective, Teen Wolf. Now, it's pretty light on the horror. I mean, it's basically a werewolf movie, but most werewolf movies of the 80s were comedies or attempting to be comedies anyways. So whatever, let's talk about it. Now, alright, my review of this movie is going to be confusing because I am of two mindsets. So I'm going to talk about the werewolf movie, and then I'm going to talk about the MTV movie. Basically the music video that is this movie. Because that's what it is. It's a fucking music video with werewolves. It's not even... This is not a movie. It's a 90-minute music video featuring a werewolf. So let's talk about the horror aspect of it. The werewolf stuff. I'm here for it. I'm not generally a fan of werewolf movies, by and large. I've given several werewolf movies bad reviews. But I've also given a couple of werewolf movies good reviews. So, you know, it's a mixed bag. This one does a really good job with the werewolf lore in that it's a family of werewolves, and instead of biting somebody or getting inflicted with a disease, it's like a medical condition that they inherit. And it just so happens that the dad has it, and he passed it on to the son. Now, as a horror movie, that's all you're going to get. You get the werewolf transformation scene, and that's it. The rest of the movie is a fucking MTV music video. So let's talk about the music video. And that's what it is. It's fucking surfing. They're listening to the song Surfing USA while they're literally surfing on their van. They're fucking doing basketball montage where they're playing some fucking sports, cheerleader basketball jock jams song. It's a lot of fucking musical montages. 80s music. Like Ghostbusters and Beetlejuice and other, well, hell, even Gremlins, other horror comedies or comedy horrors of the time. This movie is definitely more humor than horror. Unlike those three preceding films I just mentioned, this one doesn't have any scary moments. You know, Gremlins can be scary if you're like 9 years old or younger. Ghostbusters can be scary if you're like 6 or younger. I don't know if Beetlejuice is scary to anyone other than the age of 2, but I don't know. I didn't find Beetlejuice scary, but it's got scary imagery, I guess. But they tend to do the horror, the blending the horror and the comedy and the family-friendly, you know, scary stuff better than this movie. But the comedy in this movie is actually pure 80s comedy, so some of it's going to be problematic. You know, worth mentioning, but not really worth diving into because this movie is kind of forgettable. It has its fans. Shit. Excuse me. I'm coming down with a cold and I shouldn't be doing videos. Anyways, also I'm smoking, so that's making my cold worse. I know, but whatever. I'm not a tremendous fan of this movie. When I was, 6 years old, watching this movie, I thought it was hilarious, and I was, like, here for it. Rewatching it again when I was, like, 10 or 11 years old, just a few years later, I was like, what did I see in this movie? And trying to rewatch it again as an adult, I turned it off, and I was like, nope, leave this one in the past. My recommendation is this is a rent at best. If you grew up in the 80s and you're all about those cheesy 80s screwball comedies, Meatballs, fucking Police Academy, fucking Back to the Future, fucking Spaceballs, shit like that, you're gonna love this movie. If those movies give you a migraine, like they do me, you're probably gonna be, fuck this movie. Now, it does have Michael J. Fox, who you will recognize from the Back to the Future trilogy, which is the connection this movie makes to, our childhoods. This is no Back to the Future. Back to the Future is a 5 out of 5 stars if I was giving it star ratings. This is a 2 out of 5 stars if I was giving star ratings. This movie is just best left in the past. And that's all that's it. Don't watch this movie. It's not fun. It's a fucking music video. Watch the, clips of it on YouTube. You're going to get all the best parts. You don't need to watch the whole movie.